This week on What's Up. World's first malaria vaccine earns approval from European drug regulators. Abu Dhabi wins hosting rights for FINA World Swimming Championships. MMA legend Royce Gracie returns to Dubai for an exclusive seminar. And on Celebrity Fit, Grant Goes talks about a fitness program for taxi drivers. I'm Zahira Variawa. Welcome to What's Up. European drug regulators have given the green light to Mosquirix, the world's first malaria vaccine, recommending it as safe and effective for use. The vaccine was developed by British drug maker GlaxoSmithKline and is part funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Malaria is a mosquito-borne disease and is one of the biggest causes of child death in the world, claiming the life of one child every minute. It affects around 200 million people a year and killed an estimated 584,000 people in 2013, with almost 90% taking place in Africa. GlaxoSmithKline have been developing the vaccine for the past 30 years. It has now become the first licensed human vaccine against a parasitic disease and could help prevent millions of deaths of malaria. Mosquirix will now be assessed by the World Health Organization, which will begin a review in October on the use of the vaccine. Abu Dhabi has won the rights to host the FINA Short Course World Swimming Championships in 2020. The announcement was made in Kazan, Russia at the FINA World Aquatics Convention. Abu Dhabi was one of three candidates, beating out Lima, Peru and Almaty, Kazakhstan. Chairman of the UAE Swimming Federation, Ahmed Al-Flasi, was present in Kazan for the announcement. The event, which takes place every 2 years, will hold 44 races, 22 for men and 22 for women. This is not the first time the event is being held in the UAE, as Dubai hosted the same championships in 2010. The 2016 event is scheduled for Windsor, Ontario, Canada, and the 2018 meet will be held in Hangzhou, China. A study has revealed that overweight kids today are not aware that they are indeed overweight. Associate Professor Dr. Jian Zhang and his team compared data from adolescents aged 12 to 16 who participated in the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey in 1988 to 1994 and in 2007 to 2012. Respondents were asked if they thought they were overweight, underweight, or just about the right weight. The study revealed that overweight or obese adolescents from the most recent survey were 30% less likely to accurately perceive their body weight compared to adolescents from the earlier survey. The researchers considered a combination of issues that may be the reason for this change in perception. As obesity has more than doubled in adolescents over the last 20 years, they believe our socially accepted standards for normal weight may be shifting accordingly. The researchers said that it is more likely for children now to compare their body size to other children rather than a scientific standard like body mass index. Because of these factors, the team suggested that exploring new strategies to correct these body weight misperceptions are more urgent than ever, as this is important in promoting good health and proper weight management. MMA legend Royce Gracie returned to Dubai for an exclusive BJJ seminar held at Gold Gym in Barsha. MMA correspondent Ali Mokdad was there to join the class.
What's up, fight fans? We're here at the Gold's Gym in Barsha, Dubai, and Royce Gracie is in the building. He's conducting another one of his infamous seminars. In 2011, I received my blue belt from Royce Gracie, and today, I'm going to learn a little bit more from the legend. Royce is a legend in the sport, UFC Hall of Famer, MMA legend. The family is responsible for basically evolutionizing the sport of mixed martial arts. I mean, I remember when I was a little kid watching him on TV, and he was really one of my idols. Immediately after I saw him on TV, I really got into the sport of martial arts, and I started training with his black belt, Amin, and shortly after, like about 6-8 months, I got my blue belt from him. So for me to come and be in a Royce Gracie seminar, it's an honor and it's a privilege, because he is an icon in the sport. He's one of my idols, and every time I come here, I learn something new. And that's the beautiful thing about jiu-jitsu, is you can get to black belt, but you're still constantly learning. And I'm moving on to now my purple belt, and I'm still learning. So it's a beautiful thing. I absolutely enjoy it. Royce has always been about self-defense. When you go into gyms and you go into BJJ seminars or classes, they really focus a lot on the competitive side of jiu-jitsu. And the beautiful thing about Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is that it was created for self-defense. And that's really the core foundation of this martial arts, is really self-defense. So when I come in here, I get to learn and really evolve my self-defense style of fighting. And that's the beautiful thing about Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. You're always learning. You're never not learning. Even when you're a black belt, you're learning. The beautiful thing about jiu-jitsu is just little things, changing little things in your game. Small locks in the hand, or the way you grab something. So these seminars are not like you're going to learn something and go and just be a better jiu-jitsu fighter the next day. They're fine-tuning, and that's really what it is. We're fine-tuning ourselves here. Tim, tell us about that seminar. How do you think that went?
Yeah, I think the seminar was quite successful. We had people from all over the UAE come, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Good turnout, a lot of black belts to white belts, fitness enthusiasts, the children. It was a good turnout. It was a quite diverse group.
This is the first seminar I've seen under the TK MMA Fit promotion. So talk to me a little bit about these new projects that are coming up under, finally, your name.
TK MMA and Fitness. It's a facility which will be open in a few weeks. 5-star, one of the greatest facilities you'll ever see. It's superb. I can't wait to show you more of that.
Well, we thank you so much for all that you've done. I mean, I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot from the people that you bring in here. You're looking really good. You're looking fit. Good luck in the future, and we can't wait to see more of TK MMA.
And always thank you, Physique TV, for all the support since day one. So I always look after the guys who've been supporting me from day one. I never forget.
Okay, so talk to me about, how this seminar was. It's the first time that Gold's Gym gets involved with mixed martial arts, especially with such a legend like Royce Gracie.
Absolutely. Well, this is our first avenue into mixed martial arts, putting on a show like this. Pleasure to have Tam Khan on board, a pioneer of MMA. He's been here for 8 years, so pleasure to get him involved, and the legend Royce Gracie as well. So it's been a really good experience for us, being the venue facilitator for this and putting on an event of this size on. So yeah, really, really good. We're going into other avenues with MMA. We've got our own brand coming out soon as well, with Gold's Gym under the Al Ali holding group. The whole MMA experience is growing in this region, and we're behind it full force.
Oh, thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for the facility. The numbers were awesome. Royce is always amazing, and you're part of that, so we appreciate that. Tell me, you're becoming such a regular here in Dubai. You're obviously loving it. And this is about, I think, the 7th or 8th seminar that I've personally come and witnessed and gotten involved in. How was the seminar today?
It was very good. I try to come every 6 months. I'm teaching a lot of the basics. So from the basics, they can develop, once they have the foundation of the basics, they can develop their own game.
One thing I notice about your seminars is always self-defense, where a lot of people are starting to move jiu-jitsu to more competition. You're still continuing your father's tradition. How important is that to you?
Well, competition is ruining all martial arts. Taekwondo, they barely touch each other, they score a point. Taekwondo wasn't built for that. It was built to defend yourself in a street fight situation, which is the best style. It's a different story. But Gracie Jiu-Jitsu that my father created wasn't for a tournament, for scoring points. It was to defend yourself in a street fight situation.
Well, thank you so much for the time, Royce. I really appreciate it. You're such a class act. It's always great to see you here. I really appreciate that.
When we come back, Dubai fitness personality Grant Goes talks about a fitness program for taxi drivers. Welcome back to What's Up, I'm Zahira. Grant Goes is a familiar name in the local fitness scene. After being the first winner of the Dubai Fitness Championship in 2012, Grant went on to pursue fitness projects in the Emirates. The latest one that he is supporting is We've Got You Back campaign, which is designed to help taxi drivers in Dubai become more aware of health and fitness. We caught up with Grant to learn more about the project.
I think most of the inspiration I get is from people that have come from a tougher place than I have, whether it be from a financial point of view or from a ability point of view, and they've succeeded. For example, like you see people lose 40 kilos. I've never been overweight, but to see someone who's gone through such a big change in their life is very, very inspiring. Or someone who may have lost a limb during some accident and then come back and they're still running, or they're still competing in fitness and health. That's really inspiring. So it's a true one for me. It's a bit of everything. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm not a specialist in so much one thing. I think my unique skill set comes in the ability to be able to do a range of different workouts. So from strength to gymnastics to agility to speed, mobility and flexibility. So it kind of leads to a routine that's very mixed up. I might come in one day and do a strength training. In fact, that's what I'm more focused on currently. And then but I really enjoy doing gymnastics, cardio, what they call the WODs from CrossFit. Enjoy doing those as well. And so the routine would always vary to keep it more interesting and to keep it unique, I suppose, as well. I think everyone enjoys winning. I don't think or consider myself to be always winning. There's a lot of good athletes here in the region, and it's developing, it's growing as far as the people's abilities and athletes' abilities. So yeah, I mean, it's the joy of being involved. I've always been into sports and fitness and activity, and I think it's just a bonus to be able to be fortunate enough and lucky enough to excel in certain areas. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we co-founded FitnessLink.me, and that's the information platform, and the idea behind that was to create a lot of awareness just about what things like are happening and here in the Middle East and here throughout the UAE especially, of course, and that just kind of led on to further opportunities for us to support other initiatives that are happening here around the region. So there's a lot of charity work or initiatives that are set up to help the labourers, to help the taxi drivers, maids and things like that. And obviously with the growing awareness of health and fitness coming into the region, these initiatives are looking to include that in their campaigns. So the example being the We Got Your Back. They look to help taxi drivers be a little bit healthier, and we support that obviously by a couple of ways. We help to create the awareness amongst professionals here within the region, so we help bring them along and we try and get them to get involved by meeting the taxi drivers, by showing them stretches, giving them a couple of tips on how to stay hydrated or some foods they can eat, just to help prevent some of the injuries you can get from sitting all day and doing long hours. So yeah, it's been really cool to be involved with such initiatives like that. I mean, that initiative comes from the Sameness Project. They put that together. As far as I know, it's going really, really well. It seems to be growing and going in a very good direction. Other initiatives that are out there as well that we like to get involved with. FitnessLink is about supporting, to be involved with an experience, a life-changing experience. It's very rewarding, it's very fulfilling, and it's very special because you don't get those opportunities every day or just anywhere. We've actually seen people, some of the drivers again, we've actually jumped into a taxi driver's cab and they've said, oh, we met at the initiative, and they'd say they remember you, and they said how much they enjoyed it. And so I think that's definitely the biggest tip that we've been able to impart or to give to these guys, yeah. To have the opportunity to be involved with the Same As project and their We Got Your Back initiative, yeah, it was a humbling experience because you have a direct impact on someone's life, and even if it's only a small thing, and it's always that thing, if you come down, if you can help one person feel happier, they may not, remember all the stretches, they may not remember the tips, but if you can impart that positivity on their day to help them feel a lot better in their day, then that's the first step, and it's very rewarding. I don't think there's a feeling like that you get, when you give without wanting to receive back. Yeah, there's no better feelings. The experience is just very, very, very humbling, and always grateful to be a part of it. I think more of a reminder than anything else. A reminder to always be grateful for what you have and the opportunities you have. My personal ability, for me personally, the abilities that I have, not only as an athlete competing in fitness, but as a person with opportunities to help others develop and to others grow as well.
Here's Amy for the highlights of this week from your favorite Physique TV programs.
Here's what we have in store for you this week on Physique TV. We're still in the middle of blazing summer heat, but as early as now, nutritionist Zoe and chef Adrian will be arming us with recipes perfect for the autumn season. Learn how to prepare interesting dishes that are a great source of energy. Plus, Adrian is going to show us a great tip on how to boil eggs easily.
If you want to boil eggs, the tip is to use your older eggs. Fresh eggs are great for poaching. They'll hold their shape really, really well. But the older the egg is, the better it is for boiling. Now, I'm going to cook the perfect soft-boiled eggs. You know, the ones you have with Vegemite soldiers. In my pot here, I put 4 eggs in cold water. As soon as it gets to the boil, I put my timer on for 2 minutes, and I'll know that my eggs are perfectly boiled. They'll have a nice, soft, gooey centre, just the way I like it. There we go, 2 minutes exactly. Out come my eggs into my little egg holders here, which I've had since I was a little boy. In they go, onto the plate like that with my soldiers. And what you need to do is just with a knife, give it a bit of a crack like that, open it up, and look at that. Nice, gooey yolk. Dip my little soldier in. Perfect.
This week on Cliptomaniacs, check out a freestyle ski competition held in Europe's largest mountain plateau, the Alpe di Suzi in Italy.
Right, so this next clip features lots of jibbing on skis and it's called Jib Ski King. Take a look at this.
A great spot that deserves to be the winning clip on this week's episode. But will it beat the other exciting videos? Tune in to find out. Botox has become one of the most popular plastic surgery procedures in the world. Not only ladies are fans of this treatment, but also men have started knocking on beauty clinic doors. But for those who aren't in the know, what exactly is Botox? Harley Street beauty host Naomi Istad found the right doctor to give us the answers.
Toxin is actually a product that was developed some 20 or 30 odd years ago, and there's a rather clever little person, south coast of England actually, who developed the theme that, with his wife, that if you use judiciously a purified, diluted amount of toxin to a person's forehead, it actually took away the line and the wrinkle. And it really escalated from there. And you have to take your hands up and say, this is a great product, because it's also used in really quite serious medical conditions like spasm of sphincters or bladder problems, or bowel problems, lower esophagus problems, people with sweating problems, people with severe muscle spasm like you're born with a torticollis, which is a wry neck. Botox actually relaxes and cures an awful lot of people. It has a downside, and that it is a product made from a bacterium which is killed, purified, and made medical grade. Part of its reconstitution, though, is you have to use human albumin, which is a blood product, which everybody takes the precaution to make a product that you don't have any form of transmissible disease. But that's the only little bit, really, that gives me a little bit of cause for hesitation.
For our full schedule, visit the Physique TV website.
Again, here are our top stories. World's first malaria vaccine earns approval from European drug regulators. Abu Dhabi wins rights for FINA World Swimming Championships. MMA legend Royce Gracie returns to Dubai for an exclusive seminar. And on Celebrity Fit, Grant Goes talks about a fitness program for taxi drivers. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any comments or suggestions, connect with us on our social media pages. I'm Zahira. I'll see you next time.